This video is kind of a follow-up on a couple of previous videos that I did. I showed you how to plant garlic. Now I'm going to show you how I harvest my garlic. And some of them are big and some of them are medium. These got a little drier than I probably should have, but it's been so daggone hot the last few days. I just kind of zapped anything out of them. So what I'm doing is kind of wherever there's the garlic, I'm just something crawling on me, digging down and pulling it up. I should have brought a shovel out, but this is my hand's work. That's a pretty small one. That's kind of different. I think that might mean I left it in the ground too long, but it'll still be tasty. Well, it'll be boring for you to watch me do all of these, so I'll get them done and then I'll show you what all I got. Well, I have a good-sized pile here. I'll have to take them up on the porch and get them all laid out. And you can see how many I really have. Not bad. Quite a few of them are relatively small, but I've got a couple fairly good-sized ones in there too. So we'll get those taken in. Well, I got the garlic picked. I haven't checked on garlic in the just regular garden. No, those were just volunteers. I don't think they're as ready. Typically, you want to harvest your garlic, when just the bottom few leaves are dry. With mine, all of the leaves were dry. I checked it just about 3 or 4 days ago, and I thought, well, it's not quite ready, but it almost is. And then we had this scorching hot weather, and that just finished them up, so got them picked. In the cool of the day, and it's like only 79 degrees right now, that's not all that cool, really, but cool compared to, oh, it wasn't as hot yesterday. It only got up to 109. The day before was 114. So I had to, I really should mute the TV, shouldn't I, while I'm talking to you? Hold on here. Let me get the TV muted. There we go. And in case some of you recognized what I had on the TV, it was Joseph Rosendo. Anyway, let me get back up out of my easy chair, which I sat in for about 3 or 4 minutes here, just to kind of catch my breath. And I came in and plopped all of these on the kitchen counter. I think they're pretty much ready for me to take the tops off of just right from the get-go. But I'll need to decide where I'm going to put these and get them all laid out. But as you can see, except for a few, these are probably the way they should have been when I picked them. because the bottom parts were dry, but the upper leaves were still green. Anyway, I have a nice mess of garlic. Okay, my whole pan is full. Okay, I got a whole pan full. I'd say that's a pretty good haul for my little bitsy garden. The heat wasn't too hard on them, but I could tell there were a number of them that looked like they were trying to grow new little garlics. There, and here's one. There's several of them that did that, which I think is a sign that they should have been picked slightly earlier. I still have my mess on my counter to clean up here, but this is going to go in the back bedroom, my plant room, if you will, and where it's warmer than the rest of the house and kind of dry out a little bit. And then I'll figure out where I'm going to store them. Since I've got your undivided attention, this area right here doesn't seem to, it evidently doesn't get as much water when it waters, because I had several things that bit the dust in the heat. Even though I did come out and hand water it at least one day. But my flower down here, geranium. It's a dandy amethyst geranium. So you have no idea if that is a perennial or an annual. Anyway, it's dead as a doornail. And I had a couple of cucumbers in there, and they just all dried up. Things out of my tomato and corn patch are looking good. I even have finally some actual tomatoes coming on. And the things over on this side, boy, my porch is a mess. Doing okay also. So I'm gonna go back in. Sit for a spell. Talk to you just a teeny bit. And then I gotta clean up my kitchen. Whew. I don't know, lately I get out of steam really fast. As for the garlic, if you're growing garlic, make sure you harvest it before the leaves are all bone dry like mine were. My garlics will still be good, obviously, but the hot weather did them in as far as the tops were concerned. I noticed my potatoes are starting to, the tops are just in the very beginning stages of drying out, so I will be having to keep an eye on my potatoes. And I'll have to be keeping an eye on my tomatoes now that I know I actually have a couple of tomatoes coming on. And hopefully I get a lot more. My corn is looking good. It looks better than any corn I've ever raised, so hopefully it tassels out and gives me some actual corn this year. Where I had it planted last year is where I have my potatoes this year. And it just gets too much shade there and not enough water. That's Button. Hi, Button. She's going to go back to her napping spot. And here comes Sweetie Pie. She's my young one. What you looking at, little girl? And, well, I was going to say, and off she goes, but she's interested in something. There she's going to go. She's going to go take a nap, too. Seems like they both spend their days sleeping. Well, kitty cats. Anyway, I think that's all I'll talk about today. The joys of planting, growing, harvesting, preserving garlic. So until next time, may the good Lord richly bless you.